We keep saying it again and again. California is facing an insurance crisis. Homeowners are struggling to find and afford wildfire policies. But tonight, we can report the governor is taking a big new step to address this. The announcement was made during his recent budget news conference, and ABC 10's Becca Hobbecker explains what was said and why it matters.
Over the past 2 years, the majority of California's biggest homeowners insurance companies and many of the smaller ones have paused or limited business in the state. They cite rising risks due to wildfires and other natural disasters, the high cost of rebuilding homes, and state regulations. This has led to tens of thousands of homeowners finding the cost of their coverage skyrocketing or losing coverage altogether and having to turn to the expensive state-mandated insurer of last resort, the California Fair Plan.
I want to be able to afford to live here for a long time.
ABC 10 has been talking with homeowners about this growing crisis for years now.
We've been canceled by our homeowners insurance at least 5 times, possibly 6.
Many retired and on fixed incomes.
My payment has doubled, and I'm not making any more money.
In response, back in September, Governor Gavin Newsom issued an executive order directing California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara to issue emergency regulations addressing the crisis. The result was a sweeping package of reforms with a deadline of December 2024. But on Friday, Governor Gavin Newsom announced he wants action sooner.
December, I don't think we have that much time.
He wants to tack a so-called trailer bill onto this year's budget bill. It would require the state's Department of Insurance to review insurance company rate approval requests within 60 days. Currently, that's a slow process that can take months, and it's one of the complaints that have led these companies to pause writing homeowners insurance in California.
We need to get this rate ruling process done, and that's why we want to expedite it over a 60-day period. We need to stabilize this market. We need to send the right signals. We need to move.
I asked the governor if he has talked with insurance companies and gotten reassurances that if the state follows through on these reforms,
then these companies will come back and write once again fully.
Yes, and yes. That's why I'm moving forward with this trailer bill. Let's go. Let's
so you're
move
hearing
this
from
along.
them?
We've been meeting with everybody on this.
To actually hear on the stage from the governor that not only does he understand that there is a problem, but that he even realizes the urgency factor, meaning we cannot wait another day, let alone through the end of the year, was very refreshing to hear.
Insurance expert Carl Sussman says he's optimistic this change, if passed, could help.
And I can tell you from my conversations with people in the industry and home offices from several insurance companies, they're feeling the same way. If all of these things happen the way they're supposed to happen, they're ready to go. They're starving to write business.
What would you say to the average homeowner who, all over California, I'm thinking of folks I've talked to in the foothills who say, look, I'm retired, I'm on a fixed income, I simply can't possibly live in California for much
And
longer.
I'm with them. That's why we're doing the trailer bill. I'm with them. That's why I did the executive order. I could not, I can't impress upon them more the urgency that we share.
All right, Becca Hobbecker joining us right now. Can you explain, give some context, how is the governor able to change insurance policy through a budget?
Sure. So the budget is ultimately a bill. It's the California state budget bill. A trailer bill is an additional bill that gets tacked on that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with finance or even the budget, Alex. And, you know, critics say it can be a way to pass policy changes with little or no input from the public. Consumer Watchdog tells me they're worried this could be a rubber stamp for higher insurance rates, but they say they're waiting to see the details of the proposal. And Alex, the governor and the insurance commissioner say they're in this together and they want to see action as soon as possible. By the way, Alex, the governor shared in response to my question that he himself, with his home in the foothills, is also on the FAIR plan, the insurer of last resort.
All right, Becca, thank you so much.